My name is Zanele. I studied agriculture, majored in animal production. I'm a farmer, I'm an entrepreneur. Currently, I am the chairperson of YAD, which is in Gauteng, which is Youth in Agriculture and Rural Development. I was a young girl when I started the FLAME program, not even married. I didn't even know that I'll have a son one day, a child one day. I heard about the ASISA program through someone who was attending church with my mom. By that time, my business was newly formed. I was just farming without keeping records. Compliance is one of the challenges that was my stumbling block that I had to overcome. But then through the FLAME program, it's one of the things that they helped me with, especially when it came to bookkeeping, because now there was a time that we didn't comply with even SARS and stuff like that. So the FLAME program assigned someone to help us with bookkeeping. I gained more confidence. I was one person that was shy. I couldn't be able to talk much about my business. But then our coaches were there with us, marketing our produce. They worked the road with us. I got a grant from them. I was able to expand the farm, to fence the other portion of the farm, and to put in irrigation system. And that enabled me also to diversify. The first time I started the FLAME program, we were just supplying local neighbors there, and I was chopping vegetables to supply funeral parlors. While I was in the FLAME program, I was able to diversify and also to supply the schools, which is my current business that I'm doing. I'm supplying the Northwest Province primary schools with food on a program called NSNP. I feel that the community has received me very, very well, because we do set a portion aside for us to give back to the community, and for us, because of there is an old age home that our company gives back to as a way of showing appreciation of the work that they do. So we give them back to them, and then they have families that we have identified in our community where we do a box for them with vegetables. It has enabled me to impact others, because of while I was in the FIN project, I became a mentor to other people who are in the farming industry. In the farm that I was operating by then, we had students that came in that I would offer them mentorship, and also the neighboring farms I would offer mentorship, and whereby whenever I had market, we would supply together with other farmers. I would also take turns and visit other people's farms to offer consultation services while I'm there, while I see what's happening in their operations. In 2020, when COVID struck in, we were all locked down and we couldn't operate. And then, as my main focus of the business is now supplying the schools were closed. And myself and my partner, we looked for an alternative way of making money. But then during COVID, we used to get phone calls. Do you have eggs? Do you have eggs? Do you have eggs? And we saw it as an opportunity for us to have to open an egg store. The only challenge that we came across was that where we were operating, it was an industrial place. It didn't comply with the health regulations, so we had to close down where we were operating. In 2022, we got an opportunity to apply for a state farm, which currently we are still debushing on the state farm, and then that's where our current operations will be happening. Not every closed door is locked. Young people must knock at doors. They must not take for granted any opportunity that they have, because of information is there. The way I found out about the FLAME program, it was through a word of mouth. And then if it was someone else, that person could have said, what if they want to play with us? But then I didn't take that information for granted. I used that information. I went to listen, and this is where I am. The sky is the limit. Even the sky, we can even go over the sky. It's just as if you tell yourself that I can make it, definitely you are going to make it.